Well, this is take two for Alvin and the Chipmunks. So yes, we had quite the Polish Pegasus epidemic. So this will be take two. There will be sound this time, I promise. Now the clips had sound, but I was muted. That actually may have been good for some people that maybe don't find my jokes funny. Maybe they liked having it on mute. Maybe that was the like that I just happened to get on the channel for Dangerous Minds. Maybe they love the fact that I was on mute. That is a possibility. So
Well, only if you unmute when I was listening to all this nonsense. Now I have to listen to it all over again.
Yep, you have to listen to it.
Video.
Yep. So you get to listen to me again.
Dangerous Mind we already did twice.
Yes, we did, but that's okay. I will whatever mistakes I made the first time, maybe I'll clean them up this time.
What
So.
mistake?
Oh, I forgot to save some stuff for Dangerous Minds, but that is for tomorrow. So moving on to Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yes, this was a Saturday morning cartoon. So
Never heard of it.
unbelievable.
I've heard of it.
So
I didn't know there was a cartoon back in.
yes, 1983 to 1990.
Did not know about
So yes, this was one. Well, I'm not going to say how big it is on my list until after this is done.
Well, it's better than the Nickelodeon version of it.
Well, I think that's a given. I will do a review on the pilot episode right after this.
A baby sperm. We got a new baby at our house. Let me see. It's baby Smurf. Oh, baby Smurf. We're gonna have so much
Why are they
fun.
bluer than what they're supposed to be?
Sure. Smurf is so cute.
Why can't we make some blue?
Smurf, I love you. Baby Smurf. Blue from Hasbro.
So there was a nice little baby Smurf commercial, so I guess this was a thing. So let me know if you actually had one of these. I didn't really know that this existed until I just happened to find this on YouTube. And oh, my guest is awake, so Skip is all ready for a second round of Alvin and the Chipmunks. And he has probably had enough of this episode since I did actually upload a full episode with no commentary on the Chip Cod Roach channel. So I believe I have 4 episodes on there. So this is one place where you can actually find a full pilot episode of Alvin and the Chipmunks, because good luck finding it on DVD. I just happened to get lucky. So I bought the entire series. So
Somebody who took them off of a VCR.
from somebody that took them off of a VCR. So yes, you get the full VCR, VHS, full effect. So if you don't like the quality, well, there's nothing I can do about that. It'll just take you back to when you actually had to watch it on a VHS. So yes, we all loved VHS back in the day, and you know what? I still like it today. I don't really care. So this is this is the at least they don't have disc rot. So
No, they just had the thing where you get the tape thing where you pull it out and then mess it up when you're a child, so you don't know what the heck what it's for.
well, I found that out the hard way and never did it again because I lost my favorite tape. So so I learned my lesson. Now don't play with the VHS tapes. Plus, I may have gotten yelled at as well. So and. I probably okay. I most likely did. If I spilled water, I heard about it. So so now so now moving on to Alvin and the Chipmunks. This is called the C Team, and yes, Mr. T is in this episode. This is the pilot episode, and I believe they actually came back from being on quite a hiatus. So they had to really make an impact, and that's why I do these pilot episodes, because they want you to really watch more. And did this pilot episode do that? We will find out at the end of the video. So the voice of Dave Seville and Alvin is Russ. I'm glad that you are just munching away during. Well, we get to see Skip eat. This is a first. So Ross Bagdasarian Jr. is the voice of Alvin and I believe Dave Seville, and his wife Janice Carmen is the voice of Theodore. And our buddy Frank Welker is back, and I believe he's the voice of the Chipettes. So, and we know him from Ghostbusters.
Who is Simon?
Um, I believe that was Ross Begis as
He's
well.
about 3, right?
Except for his wife Janice that did Theodore.
No, I'm talking about the 3 characters.
Yes. And of course Frank Welker was in several cartoons: Garfield, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, The Real Ghostbusters, some episodes of Bobby's World. So
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby Doo,
Scooby-Doo.
because the list just goes on. He, however, was not in the video we did yesterday with Back to the Future. So we do have some other voices. Miss Rebecca Miller is played by Donnie Goodman. Thomas H. Watkins does additional voices. Alan Young and Tress McNeil. So obviously, I haven't heard of too many of them. And Janice Carmen only did Alvin and the Chipmunks. She was not a voice during the movie, but she did produce it. So
The movie?
yeah, she
All
was
the movies or just the first one?
just the first one. It didn't give me the other ones, but I would have assumed she would have done them. But she did do the voices in the new TV show. So So she did do that. So the first episode here is the chipmunks are being bullied, and so they actually end up finding Mr. T, and he gives them advice at first, but things didn't work out, so they had to go back to Mr. T. So he did end up helping the chipmunks out. So so now this starts off with they're trying to find something for show and tell, and and Alvin pretty much takes Dave's watch, and this is how this whole thing begins with the bullies. They steal the watch, and then of course they have to go to Mr. T. So I will show the first clip in just a second.
Come and Theodore. Oh, well. In that case,
Boys, time to leave for school.
with nothing for show and tell.
Hurry, boys, or you'll be late.
That sure is a beautiful watch, Dave.
Thank you, Alvin. It's an heirloom. It's been in my family for
Just keep a
generations,
little bit
and
longer.
someday it'll be yours.
How about today, Dave?
No, you see, Alvin?
We just want to borrow it for show and tell. Please, Dave.
Well,
Thanks, Dave. You're a lifesaver.
Alvin, that's one of a kind.
So here's the little watch that Dave has, and it's an heirloom, so it obviously means a lot to him. And instead of, he should have just put it in his pocket and hid it. But instead, he thought about giving it to him for show and tell, and then Alvin just snags
No,
it.
he did. He said one day it'll be theirs.
Well, yeah, he did say that, but
He didn't say anything about giving it for show and tell.
well, he did think about it when they did ask him. He just said, well, he should have just put it in his pocket, ran up the stairs, and does whatever Dave Seville does when he's not dealing with 3 chipmunks, and one of them just likes to take things. So Alvin took this for show and tell, and of course Dave had a problem with it. So it wouldn't be a Alvin and the Chipmunks episode if it wasn't for Alvin just taking things, but at least he didn't drop it on the way out. At least he was able to show it to show and tell, and
He did?
well, yeah, he did. He said that they were the hit of show and tell, but
I
now,
thought they were going to be.
no, I thought they said they were the hit of show and tell.
I'm pretty sure they were going to be.
Oh, well, either way, they're going to be running into some problems. They've obviously got some unwanted children that want to bully them because they are just unhappy. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Isn't it?
I've heard about these guys. They pick on all the kids at school. What do you want?
Relax, kid. We won't hurt ya. Right, Fruit? Right, Monk. We just want the time.
Oh, is that all? It's almost 4.
Thanks. Now, hand it over to your pal, Chuck.
I did go to school.
No way. That's not my
So leave it to Theodore to whip out the watch and then leave it to Theodore to just bump into a garbage can and give the watch up. This is just the start of Theodore's bad luck. He does this a lot. At least he was able to fit into the trash can with the way that boy eats. At least he ate an apple at the beginning of the show, but I'm sure he's going to kill it off with several desserts and greasy food. I'm sure he's a fan of the unbaked pie items. So now, now that I'm being kicked out of the house again, they obviously Alvin picks up a newspaper and sees that Mr. T is in town, so they are going to bother him. And Mr. T was a big deal at this time.
Never heard of him.
Why I don't really get the obsession, but whatever. He was in at this time. Obviously, this is 1983, so I believe WrestleMania was. No, that wasn't a thing yet. That would have been 1984, so Mr. T hasn't even done WrestleMania yet, but he is going to do that soon. So now I will show the clip of Mr. T, and of course he's in a restaurant, so he's in Theodore's favorite area. So I will show that clip in just a second. So they see that Mr. T is in town, so they actually go to the TV station, and he's not there. But they do run into him, and the one thing you are not supposed to do if you see a celebrity in a restaurant is you don't want to bother them when they're eating. But I guess desperate calls for desperate measures, so I will show that clip in just a second.
What is it? I hate bullies. You can't eat those fries without ketchup. No.
So they're bothering Mr. T when he's eating. So they ask Mr. T to help him. And of course, when he pounds the tables, the fries go right to Theodore. He can catch those, but yet he had trouble with the watch.
He caught
So-
the watch. He just ended up going backwards into a garbage.
Oh, yes, but he's paid. Yeah, but he really cradled those fries. And he instead of asking, he just goes ahead and tries to gulp them down. But Mr. T gave him the sugary ketchup, and he put it all over the fries and probably munched them down. So, and of course, Theodore went to the restaurant to see him there, too. I forgot to add that in. So, Mr. T does give him a plan, so let's see how that works. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Remember what Mr. T said? A trap can be hidden anywhere, like in that mound of leaves. Wow, Mr. T is right. Anything can be a trap. Even this old mattress.
Hey, who's out there?
Well, so much for Plan A.
Did you see?
So this failed here. So this didn't go over too good. They should have just pretended to be grass. So they do check things out at first. So there is a pit, but then the old mattress that set off the alarm. So their plan didn't work, but that is a really big abandoned clubhouse. That's a nice little hideout there. So now they go to Mr. T and pretty much said that they failed. And of course, Mr. T doesn't like to hear that, being part of the A-team on TV. I guess failure is not an option. So I will show that clip in just a second.
What do you do if you can't get through something?
Go over it.
Correct.
Good answer, Simon. According to my calculations, if we had approximately 15
Well, Simon is doing his little calculation nonsense. They're not wasting any time. They are building a hot air balloon. So Simon's still doing his calculations, and they're pretty much all set with it. So, yes, Skip is off the couch looking for food. He was busy munching on a carrot when he was off camera. So, so now they have their little hot air balloon already all set and ready to go. Let's see what Theodore does this time. So the plan does work until somebody decides to get stuck. So I will show that clip in just a second.
We're supposed to stay in it.
Everything's going according to Mr. T's plan. Except Theodore. Sure, that was a close one.
Why did you try getting out?
This is running very.
Grab him!
So leave it to Theodore to mess things up. He was supposed to stay in the hot air balloon, and he decides to get out. And of course, what do you think happened? He had some problems. So then he does get back in. That's good. But then when they put the trunk in with him, he falls out. So Theodore, I think they would have been fine if it was just Alvin and Simon. They would have been better off. So Theodore does mess up, but so the bullies do end up knocking down the balloon. Now I will show the final clip of the episode in just a second.
I didn't realize we were so strong. Yeah, I feel almost as strong as Mr. T.
Nobody's as strong as Mr. T. I followed your balloon just in case you needed some backup. But I can see you have everything under control. Congratulations, C-Team. Mr. T is proud of you.
Wow!
That's right. And I want to know what you intend to do with that kid stuff in the trunk.
Give it back to the kid right away.
And are you going to pick on little guys anymore?
Never, Mr. T. We promise. Yeah. Any friend of Mr. T's is a friend of ours.
Good.
So this is the final clip, and I don't know if you remember these little
It's a two-part thing, so you guys can't say fine.
well, this is the final clip of the C team. So this is obviously the one half of the 30-minute episode here. This one's probably maybe 13 minutes. So like I said, this is the final clip, and I don't know if you remember these little. I don't remember what they used to call them at playgrounds, but I'm sure they don't have them anymore.
They do not.
I think they got rid of them a long time ago. So these were a little bit of fun, but I do remember actually having quite an experience on one.
I was flew off of one.
Yeah, I think I actually did, and it was an unstable one too. So yeah, none of us rode that again. So moving on. So Mr. T does help him out with this. They do end up getting the trunk back, and obviously they get the watch back as well. And then Mr. T, of course, says he's in the mood for a milkshake, and since the bullies are now friends with the Chipmunks, they are treating. And of course, Theodore really wants that milkshake. So this is the first part of the Alvin and the Chipmunks episode, and the C Team wasn't that bad. Is it my favorite episode? No.
That's
But
the only T.
that's because I don't really like Mr. T, but they did have a big time celebrity in the first pilot episode, so it did actually go out with a bang. So now we got the part 2 here, and we get to meet the Chipettes. So I will show the first clip of that one in just a second.
That's funny. I don't remember booking this place. But I must have. After all, we are the Chipmunks. Let's check into our rooms.
The hotel manager sure acted strangely when we asked for the chipmunk room. There it is.
Well, good night, boys. I'll be down the hall if you need me.
Good night, Dave.
So this is the first clip of part 2 here, and they see the I forgot the name of it. Oh, it is called the Chipettes. Okay. So this is called the Chipettes, and I don't think I have to explain why it's called that. So they see that the Chipmunks is at the side of the road, so then Dave pulls in, and he says, I don't remember doing this, but since it says the Chipmunks, I must have. So they go into this hotel, they're about to go in the room, and they get quite a surprise. So I will show what the surprise is in just a second. So there's a little bit of a surprise here. So they got three chipmunks already in the bed, and this is Jeanette, Eleanor, and Brittany. And Brittany is, of course, the Alvin of the group. Eleanor, the chubby one in the middle, is the Theodore of the group. And I don't think Jeanette really, I don't think I have to explain anymore. That is obviously Simon as a female in a nutshell. So obviously there's a little bit of a problem here. There's two chipmunk groups, and apparently they are both going to perform. So now they go to the manager, and there's a slight situation. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Sorry, you'll just have to share the room. You see, we're all booked up for the Chipmunk concert.
So, do you mind? So what happens is here is that I guess there was a little deal going on. So whoever sings better gets the chipmunk name. So now you can't really do this without a lawyer present. So, but it's one of these handshake deals that really don't mean anything. But well, it's just one of those. I don't want to know what he wants. So, anyways, now that Skip is down on the floor, he better not take a dookie. So, so now yes, and like I said, it's one of these handshake deals, and Dave is not too thrilled about it.
Dave does not know about it yet.
Or he doesn't. I thought he does.
Not yet.
So now they did split the room 50-50, but there are problems, and it goes back to Theodore wanting food. So I will show that clip in just a second. So there's Alvin going after Brittany, and there's Simon with Jeanette, and there's Theodore eating peacefully with Eleanor, and poor Theodore gets the dookie end of the stick because he didn't do anything. And the food hits Eleanor in the face, but then she thinks it's Theodore. But now what she does do is she throws food back at Theodore. And instead of Theodore getting angry, he just licks it off his face. So if you want to make Theodore mad, the one thing you don't do is put food in his face because he'll just eat it. So now the chipmunks give the Chipettes the wrong time that they go on. Alvin also messes up her hair, Brittany's hair for that matter. So now let's see what happens. They play little pranks on each other. So let's see how far this goes. I will in just a second.
The girls, they're on at 3, because we're going on in their place. Come on, guys, I'll explain on the way.
don't you just sing, girls?
So after Skipper took a sock, so the Chipmunks and the Chipmunks both made little pranks on each other. So the Chipmunks messed around with the microphones, and the Chipmunks decided to go on a little bit early and pose as the Chipettes and sing horribly. So the manager does make the choice, and he picks the Chipettes to sing. So now Dave finds out about the little deal, and let's see how he reacts. I'm sure he'll be very understanding. So I will show that clip in just a second.
I've got good news. Our lawyer said the chipmunk name is ours.
That's what you think. Yeah, we made a deal.
Alvin.
Well, so Dave is not too happy here, and I do like how he assumes it's Alvin, but who else would it be? I mean, would it really? I doubt it. It wouldn't be Simon. It wouldn't be Theodore. Theodore would be munching on food. I sure wouldn't do that. Although I would actually. You know what? I would do it because a handshake deal is it's meaningless. So yes, I would do something like that. It depends on how mad they make me. So now let's see how the Chipettes deal with the pressure, because again, this is their first concert. So let's see how they do. Oh, sorry, in America. So I guess Americans are more brutal than if you go to another country.
I think they were in Australia.
Oh yeah, they don't care. So I will show that clip in just a second.
And Jeanette, please stop hazing. You're making me nervous. I eat when I'm nervous too. Who says I'm nervous? You're eating the plastic fruit. I need some fresh air. She's in the closet.
And now, the Chipmunks!
You're not the chipmunk.
That's not the Chipmunks!
I was afraid this might happen.
We better go help them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chipmunks! Thanks, guys.
So this is the final clip. So obviously the Chipettes are very, very nervous. So they do get booed. I know in the hotel room, Brittany didn't get fresh air. She went into a closet. Eleanor ate the wax fruit or the plastic fruit. Theodore just wouldn't care. He would eat plastic, wax. Who knows? He would eat whatever is there. So now the Chipmunks do come to the Chipettes' aid, and of course the Chipettes do just name themselves that. So this is the opening with the Chipettes. So this is the final clip of this episode. So now I guess I will have to do my review on it. Was it funny? Yes, but like I said before, not one of my favorites. And so I did. I guess I did show the end of what the episode was, but there were a couple clips I did not show. But like I said, you could actually watch the full episode on my channel. Like I said, I do have a few of them. I think I have maybe 3. So this is one way you can find Alvin and the Chipmunks. Eventually, I will try to get the entire series on there because there aren't many ways to actually stream it. But if I did have to grade this pilot episode, I will probably give it a B minus. It did deliver. It was entertaining, but like I said, there were just better episodes to actually watch. There were funnier ones, but this did introduce the Chipettes, and there were some parts in there that were actually pretty amusing. The music isn't bad. I think kids would definitely like this, and it's a million times better than the new seasons, I should say. That is for sure. The movies were fair, but the 1983 series is really the way to go. It's just watching it is very, very tricky. You can buy the Chipmunks versus the Wolfman. You could buy that one. You could buy the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein. I think there's also the Chipmunk Adventure that came out in 1987. Um, and then, of course, there is the series from 1983. Streaming that would be very difficult. You'll just have to go on YouTube and try to find it. So that is it for Alvin and the Chipmunks. This is a series that I would actually go out of my way to watch. So the actual series itself, I did actually go out of my way to watch on Saturday mornings. And also when I started kindergarten, I would actually get up at 5:30 in the morning and actually watch this, believe it or not.
Get up or not go to sleep.
Get up. When I was at that age, I had a bedtime, and look how well that turned out. I'm
you have to
up
sleep
until
well?
5:30. Yes, I did.
I doubt it.
So this is definitely one to definitely watch for sure. I recommend showing your kids the older Alvin and the Chipmunks. The garbage that came out in, I believe it was 2015, is just a big pile of dookie. So please comment below. Subscribe if you want. It definitely helps the channel. I will thank my subscribers, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.